It's time for another week of...
As the world explodes!
Yes, Mattis quits and the media Now, if they bleep that, the word bleeped actually rhymes with quits. I believe it. Check out these Chicken Littles.
I'm actually scared at this point. If you are worried tonight, you should be. A political earthquake is rolling through Washington as the Trump administration sinks further into chaos.
I got an email from somebody earlier this evening saying, "This makes me very nervous. Tell me something that'll make me calm." And I said, I don't think I can.
Today, scary day for you?
Today has just been a cascade of what would be generally seen as absolutely apocalyptic news.
America is less safe this morning.
I think maybe this is the first time I've actually been frightened for the country. Frightened.
It's like they're freebasing fear. Conniptions are their crack cocaine. It's the first time I've been frightened in 2 years, says Michael Moore. Clearly, he hasn't checked his cholesterol. And what if CNN, I fear their next step will be reporting the news from underneath their desks. I don't remember this reaction when Obama went through 3 Secretary of Defenses, each with shorter runs. Here's a thought. Could it be Mattis did the job Trump asked him to do, and now that it's done, Trump wanted a new guy to do a new thing? Mattis kind of said that thing in his letter. He said that under Trump, Mattis says the Defense Department improved our forces' readiness and lethality, boosting capabilities and global influence. Guess the press missed that. Even more, the script has flipped. You got lefties praising Trump over Syria and righties screaming their bloody heads off. But this is what happens when you have a president with a vision untethered to ideology. The House passed a bill to fund the wall, which upsets one side. Trump pulls out of Syria, which pisses off the other. He passes criminal justice reform, which no side could do before. Seems like the alarm is more emotional than factual. It's about Trump, not the actions themselves. So should you be worried that Trump wants to leave Syria? Well, consider who Trump is. He wanted to kill terrorists and their families. Yes, their families. That's going the extra mile. So I think it would be out of character for him to put America in harm's way. I wonder what Mike Pence thinks.
President, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Did I leave the oven on? Of course not. I'd never do that. I'm Mike Pence. Mike Pence doesn't leave the oven on.
The correctional system, recognizing that there had to be
That'd be a good campaign slogan. Vote for me. I don't leave the oven on. Wait, that's stupid. Why do people always think they left the oven on? It's the first thing you do when you take the food out. How hard is that to remember?
That was sweeping criminal justice reform.
Take food out. Food. Take out. Never understood that. Why not just eat at the restaurant? It's so much better, and the food never gets cold.
Prison, and that we had to have some.
It's been cold all this week, especially after the heater broke. I had to use the oven to help heat the house.
Changes in our process.
Oh, I just remembered I left the oven on.
Has more reentry services, and we know that
You know, it really is alarming how alarming everything is. Now, how did this happen? Well, it's the new business model, folks. There used to be a network devoted to livestock auctions. Now there are cable networks devoted to hysteria. I've heard people have a hard time working at CNN and MSNBC due to the smell of burning hair. Trump's right about the media. He is the product. And because Trump's actually gotten stuff done, the media must focus on what he's not done yet. So in 2 years, he rewrote NAFTA, passed a tax cut, deregulated like a madman, created record unemployment for minorities, women, and the youth. Median household income and real wage compensation jumped. 4 million people left food stamps, investments, returned to America as consumer confidence rose. But, what about the staff changes? Please, that's like shouting at Santa after he bought you a car but forgot the air freshener. Look at prison reform, a big humanitarian story the press largely ignored because it was Trump. Then there's gun control. Trump banned bump stocks. Remember when the media was screaming for that? Now hardly a peep. Right, Mike Pence?
Wish I had some candy. I love peppermint bark. How come they only make it at Christmas time? That's not fair. Sometimes I want peppermint bark in the summertime. Peppermint bark and lemonade. That sounds exciting. I'd like to try that. Bark. I like dogs. Do Australian shepherds bark with an Australian accent? That would be so cool. Okay, time to wrap this up and get some bark.
So as we head into Christmas week, we got a lot of presents from Santa Trump and a lot of ungrateful kids receiving them. This is a peaceful and prosperous time, but the problem with good times, they allow for idle minds that obsess over crap like porn stars and real estate, stuff you can't do in times of actual hardship. But when things are good, it's hard on a media when their business model is so very bad. So they find the problem it wants and find sources to support it. Meanwhile, the world rolls merrily on, at least for now. Right, Mike Pence?
Chamber, to speak on behalf of the American people. And
I thought we were all supposed to wear red ties. Greg Gutfeld told me they were going to wear red.
Our new administration had already taken very...
I hate Greg Gutfeld. He sure got me good.
The tide of optimism was already sweeping.
Me and my red tie.
Across our land.
Red. That's my favorite lifesaver. Then the orange ones. I don't like green lifesavers. I also don't like Greg Gutfeld.
For all Americans.
Period. All right. Let's welcome tonight's guests. In a couple of days, Santa will stop asking her to make toys. My co-host on The Five and anchor of the Daily Briefing, Dana Perino. He's my second favorite Adam after that naked dude in the Bible, writer and comedian Adam Yenser. Her favorite Christmas movie is Old Yeller. National Review reporter Kat Timpf. He flosses with power lines. Former WWE superstar, massive sidekick, host of Un-PC on Fox Nation, Tyrus. All right. So, Dana, you know what it is? At times when I'm watching the news, and I do get upset and concerned about what's going on, but then I realize as it gets ramped up, I feel like I'm watching a cracked funhouse mirror, and then all of my concerns go away. I can't take it seriously because I think that these people have lost it. So there might be a concern there, but then I don't believe it anymore.
Well, I think one of the things that I think is a good mantra for people is, even this is true under Obama, when people are upset about Obama, like, how has your day-to-day life changed?
Exactly.
Right? Like, what is, like, if you have anxiety about any sort of thing that's happening in leadership because you're watching too much television or on Twitter too much, ask yourself, how has my day-to-day life changed? Maybe it's a little better, but is there really something that is bothering you? Probably not.
Yeah, or if whatever's bothering you, you really can't talk about it.
Also,
it's so horrible.
I hate green lifesavers too.
Yeah, is that weird?
They're terrible.
That's weird. What is that flavor supposed to be?
It's supposed to be lime, but it's like really not.
Oh, that's terrible. Maybe it should be something else. It should be like
green apple.
Green apple. Very good. Like those. What are those sticks? The flat sticks.
Oh yeah, those are. She has no idea what those are.
Yeah. You were born in like 1990. Sorry. Adam. Yes. Let me ask you about this hysteria. Do you think it's gotten worse? I mean, we were pretty. I would say I knew a lot of people pretty hysterical about Obama, right? We remember that, but it seems like it's gone off the rails.
Well, yeah, it's off the rails in that they act like Don Lemon on there. Like there's some, he's suddenly sad. He's just been sad every day for 2 years.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like CNN is on repeats. It's just, they could literally show that same tape for the day's Trump news each day, and that's the same reaction from all of them.
I would say CNN is the boy who cried wolf, but I might say it's the wolf who cried wolf. Oh, that was really bad. Because, they have Wolf Blitzer there.
I liked it.
And yeah, that was a courtesy laugh on Dana's part.
No, that was a real one.
No, I know when you fake laugh, Dana. I've been sitting next to you for years. I know when it's not real.
I don't fake laugh. I would never, ever do that to you.
All right. Kat?
Yes,
Kat, what are your thoughts about this week, about the media, about life in general?
Honestly, this was my favorite Trump week ever.
Yes.
Yeah, we're pulling out of Syria. Awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe drawing down troops in Afghanistan. Awesome. Criminal justice reform. Awesome. And I saw a lot of Democrats actually criticizing the First Step Act, saying that it doesn't go far enough. I don't think it goes far enough either, but that doesn't mean you don't fully support it anyway.
Right.
It's like when you order a sandwich.
Yes.
And you ask for tomato on the sandwich.
Right.
And then they deliver it and there's no tomato.
Right.
You still eat the sandwich.
That's true.
It's still a sandwich. I need to go talk to some of these Democrats in Congress and tell them about my sandwich method.
You know, I still call. If there's no tomato, I still call.
I definitely complain, but you still eat the sandwich. And
Yes.
the bill is the sandwich. You see what I'm doing there?
You know what I do is I eat the sandwich, then I can complain so I don't pay for the sandwich and I get a free sandwich. Sometimes I'll order something that I know they'll forget. Isn't that terrible, Tyrus?
That's rotten. And by the way, the hell with all y'all. I love the green. Sorry. If they had a bag of just green lightsabers, I'd be a happy, chunky, buff dude. Just
You know, there is a Jolly Green Giant involved in that joke.
Watch your giant talk, bruh. You know what? You don't even have to ask me a question about this because I've been thinking a lot about that. I've learned a lot this week, and I've learned. You know what? Don Lemon gets a bad rap on this show. He's taught me something.
What? Yes, that.
He's taught me to pause.
It's true. Exactly.
I can do that to anyone and make it uncomfortable. Nice pants. Back to you.
It is true.
I love it. I love the pause.
Yeah. Nobody likes pausing on TV. You always have to keep talking.
Because you don't know how to end the pause. It's like earlier when you made that bad wolf joke.
Yes.
You didn't know how to end it, so you tried to talk about it to bail yourself out.
And then you tried to make it about me.
Yeah, and then you tried to pass it on. We've all been there at the dinner table. We've been at the dinner table where like you think the whole family's with you when you say something about your uncle, and everyone's like, "What? Why would you?" And you're like, "So I got cancer." You know what I'm saying? That's the only way out. And you try to put it on Dana.
Yeah. I didn't try to put it on Dana.
You did. Roll. We have the footage.
No, we're not. We are editing all of that out.
There's 100 witnesses
We're all
in here.
editing that out. Everything. Anyway. I'm going to tease now because I've had it with this segment.
Pause first.
Oh, we have something so good coming up. So good, it's going to blow your mind across the floor. Your brain will splatter, and we'll have to get somebody to clean it up.